Let's see if I can. Ooh. That looks good. Oops, wait, no. Gonna have to do more. No, it's still. Why does it look? No, it's on. All right. I think that's good enough. Where? Let's see. Click. So rotate you again. And so now it's starting to pop off the side there. So we're gonna have to rotate that more. Can we do... Let's do 45 on that one. Oops, only. We want to do. Oh, dang it. Here we go. Minus 45. I think that's too much though. Because now it's going to go like right. Yeah, that's too much. So. Let's see. It's halfway between. Gotta do some math. I'm gonna do half of 22.5. It's 11.25, so that's 33.75. So let's rotate negative 33.75. And so that should keep it on the base. Yeah. My tower is not going to be that round, though. I'm trying to keep it round. all these were rotated 22.5. But when I get here, if I do 22.5, the circle starts to lose its shape. Let's see. What happens if I do another 22.5 here? 2.5. So maybe I'll just have to do like, no, that's gonna, I think that's still coming off the base a little bit. Oops. No, it's still on. But the next one's gonna be off. So I'm trying to make like a castle tower. So, or like a, I don't know what you call it, a palisade? Like on the corner where two walls meet together, you would have a round thing, like a in the shape of like a rook of a chess piece. I don't know, parapet? No, that's the top piece. I don't know what you call the corner where they're round on a castle, but I'm trying to make that. So I'm taking, like, so this is the base here, and then the tower is going to be here, and it's going to come up, and then it's going to roll down the tower and come out into this little courtyard. And that's where you'll see, you know, what your role is when you come through the tower. But making round shapes out of squares is kind of hard. Duplicate. Got that guy there. Rotate you. I don't think that's gonna be. Oh. No, come on. 22.5. What? What is happening here? Is it going the wrong way now? I guess because I'm on the other side. It's rotating the opposite direction, so let's do positive. Yeah. But that's not enough of a rotation. So we'll do, instead of 22.5, we'll do the 1.5 by 33.75 again. Oop, no, don't move that. Thank you. And let's just put this. What is going on here? Oh. I made it taller instead of just moving it. There we go. So we're just building the first layer here. And then what I'm probably going to do is duplicate that layer and just kind of like rotate it a little bit so I can, because I want the bricks to be not completely like one on top of the other, because that would look stupid, but they need to be kind of offset from one another. So I wish I could, oh, you know what I can probably do just to make this easier? Let me just select all these. Actually, I don't even think I need to select that one. And then I can just duplicate that. And then mirror. This way. And then I can just put it on there. Here we go. Now it's not like completely lined up. I think I might just, because that's pretty round shape for the bottom. Yeah, it's maybe a little more oval than I like it to be. That's unfortunate. But, oops, bumped my camera. Oh, no, that's too far. Go back. Nope. No, I just want you to move like a tiny, tiny bit. No. That moves you a giant chunk. That moves you just quite too much. You know what I could do? I could take... So I can... Oh, I hate this. I have this shape up here, way up here. This is to show the size of my build plate so I know how much space I have. And this is the top of my build volume, so I know how tall I can make it. And it kind of gets in the way sometimes when I'm trying to do stuff. So I can select all the blocks. Oh crap. I'm gonna have to ungroup these. So I can just select the base of the tower. So let's select those. So that's the bricks. And we want to make those a group so they move all together. And then we want to align the base and the bricks. So we go up to the align. And we want to center the bricks on the base. So we click those two, that aligns them. So now the bricks are centered on the base. And it actually looks like it's making contact with the courtyard. And everything looks good there. So let me regroup the bottom piece. So now I have the bottom piece as a group and the bottom layer of bricks as a group. And then I can actually just take and duplicate this bottom layer of bricks. Boop. And now I have two layers. But I don't want them to be exactly the same. I want them to look slightly different from one another. So I need to figure out how I can do that. Sorry, let me go back in the chat here. Size yeah, I'm here. What's going on? Is that Roblox? No, this is not Roblox. This is TinkerCAD. Sorry. TinkerCAD, it just allows you to design basic shapes and make things. Let me turn my camera a little bit so you guys can see what I got so far. I think I might. What I could do is just like kind of slightly rotate the second layer. So if I like just turn it slightly. Oop, come back here. Get this. Why won't you rotate? I'm grabbing the right thing here. There it goes. Oh. Oh, that's a lot of rotation. I don't want you to rotate that much. I just want you to do like, let's do like -5 degrees. Yeah, and now they're like slightly offset from one another. And then I can move it back down. So it's because all these layers have to make contact with one another. Because when I print it, there can't be any giant gaps. And then what I can do, I think what I'm going to do is just, here, let's test this out. So I'm going to duplicate this layer again. And I think these are, how tall are these? Height, where's the height? Height there. It is 6 millimeters high, okay. Here, let me see. All right, just want to make sure I'm not missing any chat here. So now we can take this duplicated layer and move it up 6 millimeters, so it's sitting directly on top of the other one. And then we're going to rotate that layer another -5 degrees. And we're just going to keep, I think I'm just going to keep doing that. So I end up with like a rotating brick pattern. And then what I can do is I can just kind of cut a hole for the door and add some windows and stuff. So this should be pretty cool. Thanks for the likes, man. All right. So we're just going to do the same thing again. We're going to duplicate this layer. Oh, and it automatically popped it up. Oh, and it... Oh, well, check that out. Hold on. I didn't know it would automatically duplicate it, set it on top, and rotate it. Let's see if it keeps doing that. Yes, it does. So I'm just going to go ahead and build a bunch of layers. I'm going to have to fill in that gap at some point, because I can't have, you know... Oh, maybe I should have just built the bottom layer with bricks in the front too. Because I was thinking I would leave it open just to have a door there. But if I'm just going to cut out a door, there's really no point in leaving the door open. Oh, put that back. You know what, we're going to do that. Let me get rid of all these other layers I just made that I don't need right this second. Backtracking. So let's finish out this bottom layer real quick. We need to ungroup that so we can add more individual bricks. And we're going to rotate that. Sit you there. And one more should complete the circle. And it's kind of overlapping a bit more than I want it to. Maybe I can change. Oops, hold on. So let's change the angle on this one so it's not going in as much. 22.5 instead of... Oh, wrong way. I rotated it the wrong way. I want to do... Oh, dang it. Clicking on the wrong things. Minus 22.5. Let's see. Hello. Oh, Marco. TikTok Marco. Let's see. I went the wrong way again. I keep rotating it the wrong way. I did a minus. I want to do a plus. There we go. And let's just kind of fit it in there. I guess that's good enough. Looks pretty round. Round enough, anyway. Alright, so now we'll do what I was doing. Oh, no. No, that's poking out too much. I don't like that. Like right here, the brick is... I think that's going to happen no matter which way I do it, though. Because I had to throw some weird angles in there. Let me just, you know what? I'm just going to manually turn that a little bit. And then scoot it back. It looks a little bit better. I think that's good enough. Let's see. Thank you for the follows, guys. Hi, Sylvia. All right, so now let's, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab these bricks again, and we're gonna group them all together, and we're gonna do those layers again. So we got a full round layer there. We're gonna group it together to make it one big piece. And then we can duplicate that. And we want to raise it up. Oops, here you guys can't quite see what I'm doing. Let me turn the camera. So we've got the duplicated layer selected. And we're just going to scoot it up so it's sitting right on top of the bottom layer. And then instead of 5 degrees, I think I'm going to rotate it a little bit more. We're going to rotate it, let's do -10 instead of 5. And that looks pretty good. There we go. So we got a couple layers of the tower going. And then I think if I start duplicating now, oh, no, it's okay. So it's not going to do it right away. I think it's going to make me do it a few times before it catches on to what I'm trying to do. So we'll move this one up. Oops, no. I think I need to move that up to 18. What am I doing here? Yeah, nope, oh, I've moved it up too far. I think I'm 2 millimeters too high. But and now I went one too far. All right, so it's sitting directly on top. And then we're gonna rotate this one too. I'm gonna do -10. And, oops, whoa, crap, sorry. All right, so now I've got 3 layers of the tower. Now what I can actually do is take these 3 layers and duplicate those. And that will make this go much faster. So now I'll end up with 6 layers. Zoop. I can do that again. Looks like they're still rotating, right? Yep. And we'll hit duplicate again, and it does the same thing. So now it's caught on to what I'm doing, so it's just gonna build the tower. Oh, phooey. You know what I didn't think of? My tower is gonna be too big. It's not gonna fit. Because what I wanted to do was put kind of like oh, what do you call it? At the top of a castle tower where it has it's like a brick and then a blank space, a brick and a blank space. I don't know what you call those, embattlements? I don't know. I wanted to put that at the top, and well, I guess I could still do that. Anyway, we'll just build this maybe let's do a couple more sets of layers up. So maybe one more. Yeah, that's good. I think that's tall enough for a dice tower. How many millimeters is that? Let's see. So each layer is 18, and there's 5 sets. That's 50, 55 times 8. That's 90 millimeters tall. I'd do one more. We're getting to the top of my build volume here. That's what this thing is up here. That shows my build volume. So, I've got the tower, little courtyard. I do need to make a cutout for the door. So let me show you guys how you make a cutout. Let's see. So what we want to do is we want to grab another square here. And we want to put it like where we want the door to be. So let's say like right about there. It's pretty... Actually, let's align it up. So we can align it by selecting, if you select the base and the square, hit the align, and we just want to align it in the middle like that. And we probably want the door to be a little taller. You know what? Where are my dice? I have some dice here. Let me pull out my dice. Oh, my dog came over. He heard me making noises. He said, "What's that noise?" So I have some dice here. These are just, regular Dungeons and Dragons dice. These come from Critical Dice on here on TikTok. You can find them at Critical Dice. But I like green dice, and these are pretty cool. These are called Druid Circle, and they're like green and clear. They're pretty neat. But so the largest one that's probably going to need to fit through the door is the 20. And where's my measure? I want to measure how big the die is so I can make sure when we roll down the tower that we have a door big enough for the die. So I'm just going to measure it here real quick. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm measuring the die. And it looks like at its widest point, it's 25 millimeters. So the door needs to be at least 25 wide. We'll put these dice back in their bag. Hi, buddy. Here. Everybody say hi to Jasper. Hi, Jasper. Good boy. I think he needs to go potty. He's being silly. All right. So, Mr. Door here needs to be at least 25 wide. So let's go ahead and realign so we have the door centered. That's good. All right, so the door is centered. And let's... No, come on. I just want to push it back a little. What is going on here? I can't move it. There we go. So that's how big we need the door to be. And if we want to cut out a hole for the door, what we do is we select the door and we select anything that the door is intersecting with. So it's intersecting with all these layers. Oops, I'm sorry. First, we have to make the door shape. You have to make it a hole. So if we go over here and we just click hole, it'll turn the door shape into a cutout kind of thing. And so we have that selected already, and we'll select everything it intersects with. And if you go up and you hit group up here, it will stick them together and cut that shape out of everything that you have selected. So now we have the door cut out. Pretty easy. And we're probably going to do the same thing. We're just going to stick some windows on the sides. We're going to do the same thing with that. Just to give it a cool castle-y looking feel. And I think I want to put like a frame around this door. And that's pretty easy too. So we'll take another square. And let's stick it. And we're going to make it a little wider than the door actually is. So we'll do... The door was 25, so let's do 28 wide. And we're going to center it again. So now it's centered. And we got to make it a little taller. Oh, uh-oh. Don't do that. I only want to do the square here. Yep. No, I don't remember how tall, but we're just going to kind of guess it. We're going to stick that right there. And we're going to slide this. No, don't. I don't want to make the whole thing smaller. So, let me see. So you got that. Come on, door. So let's go inside. And we want to... How deep is that door frame? We want to change the... We're going to change this. We're going to make this a little smaller. So now we're at 15. So it's still pretty... Well, you probably want to move it out a little bit. So we don't want it to like interfere with the dice coming down the tower. So, all right. I think that looks good. So now we need to cut another hole. So let's drop this guy in there. We're gonna make him a hole. And we need to make sure that hole is still 25 wide, so the dice will fit through. And we want to align these. We want to, oh, it says it's already centered, okay. All right. It's already aligned. We want to make this taller. So we have a door frame. All right. So then we do this again. We select the square and we select the hole and we group them together and bam, it cuts out the door frame. So now we have tower, door frame, courtyard. I wish I could find, you know what, there are a lot of different shapes that you can select from. I'm wondering if they have any, is there an architectural section? Structure and scenery. Maybe there's like some windows that I can just pop in. Let's see, buildings, structures, landscapes, furniture. Let's see what's in buildings. You got some roofs, brick wall. I don't know what a fuel cell is. No, let's see, structures. What's in structures? Wait a second. I just designed my own castle tower. They have their own. I like mine more. That's stupid. Let's see. A landing pad. What does a landing pad look like? Oh, that's neat, but we're not going to use that. Arch. I could probably use that. Wait a second. Oh, that looks so stupid when you stretch it out. I could use that for the top of a window, though. If I make it smaller. It's got to be a lot smaller. I'm going to do it like by 10. And we don't want it to be that tall. Let's make it at 10 as well. I could definitely use that for the top of a window. Pop a couple of windows in the side. But I need a bottom for that window too. Actually, that looks kind of stupid. It's kind of stretched. Let's change that to an 8. Oops, not 80. No, oh, there we go. 8. And I'll have to make a punch out for that. Welcome back. Let's see. So we got the door in the bottom. Another thing I'm going to have to do, oops, how did I rotate my whole plate there? That was weird. Now it's uneven. There we go. All right. So, like, I got the basic tower, the door frame. I need to decide how the dice are going to fall down through the tower. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. What I was thinking was, like, maybe some inclined planes that are half circles, and the dice, and like, rotate the half circles around inside the tower as they go down. And then the dice would kind of tumble down in different directions. I think that's what I might do, because that'll be easiest with a circular tower. I do want to stick some windows in the sides, though. I don't think that shape's going to work. I wish they just had some windows I could stick in there. Furniture. Don't need furniture. Let's see. Anything else? Shape generator. Fun and games. What's under fun and games? Things like skeleton skull. Let's see. Toys, sports, playground. Any shapes in there I might be able to use? Let's see. What in the world? What is that? Climbing panel. Arched climber. Could we? Go away. I don't want you. It's an arched climber. What is that? Oh, no. We're just checking these shapes real quick because I'm curious what they are. Slide straight. Slide curved. Nope. Alright. There's nothing in there I can use. Let's see. Music symbols, holiday stuff. Building toys. These are parts of a skeleton. Let's see. Just show me all of them. Oh, and just in case y'all were wondering, my colors are inverted. I have visual trouble, so it's hard for me to see like this. So I open up my magnifier and I have colors inverted just to kind of give it like a dark mode feel, because it's easier on my eyes, easier for me to see it. So we got the tower. I still want to put windows in it, though. Like, I just can't find a good shape to use. Might have to, like, custom design my own window. Is there a... What I want is a window like with an arch at the top and then straight sides and like a little platform at the bottom. So I think I can do that with this plus a square and then another square. And so what I can do, all right, I wish I could have You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab all of this and just scoot it off to the side. We're gonna group that together so I don't mess with it. So we'll just leave that sitting over there. So I'm gonna design a window real quick to fit into my design here. So we're going to use this square as like a windowsill, right? Like that. Ooh, it doesn't need to be that tall though. Probably 7 millimeters, because each brick is 6 millimeters thick, I think. So maybe 8. Let's do 8. Because I want there to be 9. Let's do 9. Because I want this to be slightly smaller. So those two have to be touching. And we're gonna... I don't want you to be 20 wide. Let's do 18. So there's a millimeter on each side. Oops, I changed the wrong one. I want to change the width. The height. Let's see, how tall do I want you to be? So if every 3 layers is 18, we want to make the window probably 3 layers. And we're going to have the arch on the top. It'll be probably 5. So 18 minus 5 is 13. Nope, that's going to look stupid. It's got to be taller than that. Let's leave it at 20 for now. And then we'll take this guy. And we actually want to take and cut that guy in half. So we have just like an arch shape, because I didn't see just an arch over here. So we're just going to make our own. So we're just going to create a cutter. And I want it to be a little taller. Taller. No, like that. Okay. So then if we turn that into a hole, make sure I'm not going to mess the other shape up. Group those together. Bam. Arch. That looks stupid. Let me, that's gotta go a little bit, further up, I think. I don't think I can. Yeah, I think that's, all right, so now we'll group them again. And then I'll chop it into an arch. Now I have the arch for the top of the window. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take all 3 of these shapes and we're going to align them. Center align there. And we need to sit this so it's connected. And we're gonna, you're 10. Okay. So we want you to be the same as the windowsill. So you want to be 9. And then this guy, I think we're gonna make you 7. And we want to lift you a little bit. All right. Now, we've got a little overlap on the edges there for the frame. So now we want to take another square and we're going to cut out the bottom of the window here. So we got to change this. So we got that. It looks all right. So what we actually want to do is we want to align these two in the center. Right, so that's good. Now we don't want this square to chop out any of the arch. So we're gonna make it the same height as the frame. And we turn this into a hole. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Turn into a hole. All right, and then we select the other square, we group them together, and bam. Now we have a cutout for a window frame. And I can take it, turn it into its own group, so it's one solid object. So now I have a castle window. And we want to stand it up. We're going to rotate it 90 degrees, so it's upright. All right. So we've got our window. Let's go ahead and bring the tower back. So there's our tower. We'll turn this. So we got our window. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to duplicate this window. So we have 2, because we need to cut out a hole, the shape of the window, to put the window into. So we'll use this, oops, didn't mean to rotate that yet. So we'll use this window as a cutout, and then we'll put the solid window into the spot. So let me just show you how that works. So we're just gonna do it, oh, whoops. I keep grabbing these little, son of a biscuit. Come on, I'm just trying to move it, thank you. All right, so we'll take the window. Let's raise it up a bit. Make this like Rapunzel's dice tower or something. All right, so we want to put it centered on the front of this. So we're going to align it, the center on the front. And let's make sure it's going to have to scoot back a bit, because you see it's not going through the tower. So let's push it back. Uh-oh, I thought that, oh, there we go, okay. So it looks all right from that side. It's mostly coming through on that side. So if I turn this into a hole, I'm gonna have to kind of chunk out the rest of what's gonna be left, but this will give me the shape that I want to cut out. All right, so if we have the tower and the window, oops, sorry. First, we need to turn the window into a hole like that. And then if we select the window and the tower, and we group them together, pop. It cuts out a hole. Now we know what we need to chunk out just to move this window into. And sorry, give me one sec here. I want to no, I don't want to do that. One limitation of this is that you can't really move the camera's location. Like, I want to move the plate, but you can't. At least I haven't been able to figure out how to do it yet. Here, let me try some buttons. Doesn't look like anything's doing what I want it to do. I'm just like pushing all the keys on my keyboard here to see. Nope, okay. Because what I want to do is I want to chop out this area here. So I think what I'm going to have to do is we're going to need to kind of take and just make a custom chopper. And if I take this, then we can just move this up into the hole. And I don't want to chop out that much because it looks like it's intersecting with the walls a little bit. So let's change this a little bit. I want to change the width. How wide was that window? It's 21 wide. That's at the widest point. I think the arch should be the same width as the windowsill. So if I do this at 21, that should be right. But it looks like it's like intersecting with the bricks. I don't want it to do that. Let's see, anybody chatting? No? Okay. I'm worried that if I can always just go back. Well, let's see how it goes. So we're going to turn this cylinder into a hole. We'll select those two, group, and it should cut that cylinder shape out. But it doesn't look right. It looks like it chopped out too much. Let's go back. I feel like that is not actually 21, but that doesn't make sense. Hold on. So let's ungroup these guys. Let's see how wide that arch actually is. No, it's 20. Okay. And I had this at 20 before. I guess the windowsill is wider than the arch. Oops. So let's do 20 again. And if we align these so they're centered, it should put it right back to where the arch was. But it still looks like it's intersecting the outside more. Oh, it is because, okay. All right, hold on. we're done aligning. We don't need to align anymore. Let's make this a little smaller because, oops, we want to cut the inside, not the whole shape. 19. And then we're going to align again, just to make sure it's centered. And now if I chop that, if I, oop, no, put back. All right, so now if I cut that out, it shouldn't take any chunks out of the bricks on the sides. Let's make sure it's going all the way through though. There we go. All right, so now if we select and we group, it should boop and cut out that hole. Good. Nope. Why does it still look like it's... No, it looks right. Okay. And then the last thing we want to do is hunk out this part here. So we got to drop another square. And we'll, oopsie, pull it up. So we're just chopping out this window. How wide is that? So you want it to be as wide as that is. 21. Or actually, we don't want it to be as wide as, we want it to be just slightly. Oops, oh, I still hit 21. I meant to hit 20. All right, and then we'll align these. So we're cutting out in the same spot. And why does it still look like it's hogging out more than it should? Oh, I know why. Because I don't want to hog out the width of the bottom. I want to cut out the width of that piece, which is 18. 18. There we go. All right, so let's center it again, just to make sure we're in the center. And we want to move it up. Because we don't want to cut out more than where the bottom is, right? So we're at the bottom there. And that should be good. Looks right. Oops. Make sure it cuts all the way through. All right, so now we turn that into a hole. Group these together. And that should cut out the shape of the window. So now, let's grab our window. And we're going to center it with the tower again. Centered. Good. And then if we pull that up, it should fit right in there. And we'll just push it back in. All right. So now we have tower, door, window. Should probably put some bars on the window so when the dice are tumbling down, they don't go flying out the front window. Oh. Oops. Sorry. hit my Windows key on accident. All right. So now I'm going to group these together so we have all of this as one big piece. So now we have the tower, door, window, and courtyard. So now what we need to do is we need to design the inside where the dice are actually going to tumble. Actually, let's put some bars in that window first. So what we want is we want some cylinders. So the cylinder, where is it? There it is. And we're just gonna, you know what, we'll just make some bars real quick. Let's move this guy off to the side again. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's just do it in the window so we know our dimensions. Yoop. So we got a cylinder in the window there. We want to make it really tiny. Like, let's just for fun, we'll do 2 millimeters by 2 millimeters. So now we got a tiny bar. Good enough. Yep. We gotta make sure it's touching. We gotta make it taller so it goes through the whole thing. I don't remember how tall the window was, so let's just guess. We're gonna do, so we're at 20 and it's not quite touching. Let's do 25. See if that makes it go through the whole thing. I think it's still not touching on the bottom, but it is coming out the top. We can lower it down. Uh-oh, whoops. I missed. Let's grab that little arrow. Move it down like 3 millimeters. So now it's going through there. And I can't see if it's actually, this is one of the hard parts with TinkerCAD. You can't really move the camera, unfortunately. So I can't see if it's touching the top of the window frame. But you know what we're gonna do, just to make sure. Let's make that 27. It looks like it's going through. And we'll drop it down 1 millimeter to make sure it's going all through. And then we'll duplicate that. And we're gonna move one over here. And they're not quite in the same place. Actually, I think I like where that one is more. So let's move this one. Actually, we can align these. So let's align. I'm gonna do that. There we go. And then we need to stick a bar in the middle. Let's see. And we'll duplicate that bar and just scoot it over. So now we got bars in the window so the dice don't come flying out. I think I want to add one across too, or along the bottom there. So we'll duplicate this one. And we don't need it to be 27. We need it to be about 18. So let's do 19. And we're gonna, let's move it out of there so I can work on it And we want to rotate it. Oh, we want to rotate. Come on. We're going to lay it down flat. Find 90. All right, so now it's flat. We want to rotate it the other way as well. To 90. Good. And then we want to put it back in the window. But we need it to be, there we go, intersecting. Right, like that. Yeah, it's poking out a bit. Let's see if we can align. No, I'm not gonna let us do that. There we go. Align on the center. Uh-oh, hold on a second. First, hold on. So let's align the bar. Oh, it says it is centered. Okay. All right. So these other two bars are off a bit. And if we want to align these two, it says that's centered and aligned. Why do the bars still look wrong? Like that looks like it's, there we go. Okay, that bar was not right. All right, so now we got bars in the window. I'm gonna move that one down. I want it more at the bottom. Yeah, I think I like that more. I like that more than being in the center. All right. So now no dice are gonna come flying out the window when they go through. All right. Tower, window, door, courtyard. Let's do the inside now. So we got the inside. So we're going to start from the bottom. And what I was thinking was, I could take something like, ooh, nope, stop. Something like this. Let's make it 2 millimeters thick. Oh, you know what? Let me group all this. Oops. So they stick together. I don't want to mess any of that up already. So we want to make like kind of a ugh. It's gonna have to be, oops, not taller. Nope, we want to make you bigger. All right. So the base of that. Oh, I think it was 70 by 70. We don't want it to be that big though. We want it to be probably like 60 by 60. And then we want to take, and I think we just want to kind of cut this in half. But we want to make this, because we're going to do half of that. Oops. So we'll make that 30 by 30. Oh, I'm stupid. It's double. So we want it to be 120 wide. Because we're just going to literally cut this in half. Bloop, bloop, bloop. We just want half of that circle. So it's whole. And it looks like that's the half of that, okay. So now all we do is we group these together and we have a semicircle. Now, my plan is to take this semicircle and just put some inside the tower at an angle, so when the dice tumble down, they roll down the semicircles and come out the front. The first place we need to put one, though, is on the bottom. So let's grab this guy. Let's bring him inside. And let's see if he fits well. Yeah, he's sticking through anywhere. No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like he's in there, pretty well connected. And so the next thing we want to do is we want to angle him. So let's bring him back outside for a second, because it's hard to see in there. And we want to change his angle. Oops. I think that should be a good enough angle. No dice should get... Well, let's do 45, just to make sure. So another 22.5. That looks like too much, though. Let's say... Oh, come on. Stop doing that. Let's say 33.75. Halfway in between 22.5 and 45. No, that still looks like a lot, but I think that's okay. So if we put him back inside, and back along that back wall, whoa, no, come on. We need to make sure he's at the bottom. And I can't. There he is. So and I think we want to leave just like a little gap down there underneath of him. Dang it. Keep doing that. Let's raise him up a little bit more. Uh-oh, what did I just do? I don't think I did what I wanted to do. It's so hard to see inside there. Like, I wish I could move the camera, but TinkerCAD's not nice like that. All right. So he's not sticking through. Looks like he's in a good spot in there. kind of want some more height on him, though. That should be okay. I think that's good. Now there's a bit of a gap underneath. So when the dice come tumbling down, they should, have enough momentum to get out the front door there. Hopefully they don't get stuck. All right. So we want to take him, and we're probably going to just go ahead and duplicate. Let me get in here. And we'll raise it up. And then we want to kind of like, well, how much of a gap do I have between the two? Not enough. Let's see, how high is this guy? He's 21. Oh. See, there's just some things that I wish TinkerCAD would do, but it won't. Jasper? My dog hears people outside shoveling, and he wants to go outside. Here, look. Say hi to Jasper. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Say hi to everyone on TikTok. Yes, there's people watching you. Hi, Jasper. Oh, okay. Other doggies barking now. All right. So what we want to do, we want to rotate this. But I can't seem to see the, oh, there it is. Do. All right. So we got it rotated. I'm just hoping, because I can't really see how far these two are from each other. I'm hoping that this one, it says it's 27 now. I'm hoping that it's far up enough from the other one that there's enough like room between each one, because the dice, the biggest die is 25 millimeters. So trying to get this thing. It's hard to tell. Like, I can probably fit maybe 4 in there. I mean, 4 should be plenty to get a sufficiently random roll. Let's just bring it up higher, just to make sure. And let's make sure it's not poking through the side. Nope. Looks good. But now I'm worried. You know what? I'm going to rotate it all the way around to the front. And I'm just going to have it go back and forth. I was thinking I would do them kind of on like 90s instead of 180s. But I don't think that's going to work. Like I was gonna do them like this. But now I'm worried that it won't get enough momentum to roll out the bottom. But if I do 180s, it might. Will you remember me when you get famous? Marco, I'm not going to be famous. I'm just some idiot dude sitting in his parents' house making stupid crap on the internet. Oh, I gotta decide. I think I'm gonna do 180s. So we'll just rotate this some more. There we go. And we'll put this along the front wall. Oh, poop. I didn't make them long enough. Because if you drop a die in there, it's just gonna fall right down the middle. Well, maybe I can just stretch it a bit. Yeah. And we'll stretch this one too. Okay. It should be good. No die is gonna fit right through there. Let's make sure they're not poking through now. Nope. Don't see anything sticking out. So now what I can probably do is just grab these two. Wait. Do you need to go potty, buddy? My poor dog really wants to go outside. We'll take him out in just a minute. So I can just duplicate these two. And then if I can get the little arrow in the right spot, there it is. I can just go like this and lift them up. All right, so let's look in here and make sure, yeah. Actually, I can probably put that down some. And if we look inside, oh, there's still plenty of room in there. How tall? Well, yeah. I think that's good. And we'll just, actually, I think we're gonna lower. We're gonna lower it a little bit. Because we're gonna duplicate this one more time. Just this one. Duplicate. And we'll put that all the way at the top. All right. And oh no. Okay. All right. My poor dog needs to go outside. He's not going to wait much longer. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. But I mean, here we go. This took me about, what, an hour, I think, something. And I designed the whole tower, the window, the courtyard, everything inside, all from scratch. So an hour of work building a dice tower. And hopefully I can It needs some refinements, probably. Maybe some more windows, you know. But there it is, you know. Looks pretty cool. I like it. Maybe I'll pop it on my Etsy shop. Check out my bio. There's links there for my Etsy, my YouTube, all that kind of stuff. So, there we are. A custom design dice tower. And I do need to fix the inside still. I don't think a die is going to fit through there. That's got to be taller, like a little bit taller. But there we go. All right. Marco, I know you've been here a long time. I hope you enjoyed watching. I'm done. I'm going to take the dog out. Have a good day, everybody.